What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I got one today from Vinegar Syndrome. If you're not familiar with them, they put out a ton of horror, cult, exploitation, porn, and other stuff like that. It's almost always, I can't remember a time that it wasn't a new scan either in 2K or 4K. They're known for fantastic transfers. I mean, they have some of the best in the business. They even do transfers for other labels as well. This one is Psychos in Love. This is not the cover you'll see if you shop for the movie, though. So let me show you that one just in case. This is what you'll see if you try to get it on Amazon or something. Look at that cover. Like, to me, this is a much better representation of what the movie is. This one, it definitely makes it look like it's some just blood-soaked slasher, disgusting torture porn type movie. And unfortunately, that's not what it is. But fortunately, it is a really fun movie. It's about a guy. He runs a strip club, and in his spare time, he likes to murder women, mostly in the shower, but, you know, whatever suits his needs. As much as he has fun murdering people, there's always just something kind of missing in his life. He'd like to meet the right girl and not murder her, preferably. So he meets a girl who's a manicurist, and she also happens to murder people. So when they come together, they each have the intention of murdering the other one, but they have a strong connection right off the bat, and then they decide, hey, not only are we not going to murder each other, he decides to come clean and say, hey, I'm a slasher, I murder people, but I don't want to kill you. She says, what a coincidence, because I'm also a murderer and I don't want to murder you. And so then the movie kind of picks up as they try to make this strange relationship work. This is not a traditional horror movie. This is certainly not a traditional romantic comedy. It's not even a traditional horror comedy. There's just a lot of weird stuff in this. There's, they talk directly to the camera, interview style at times. The boom mic comes down in one scene to make a big show of how, fourth wall breaking the movie can be at times. But it is really fun to watch. It's basically a two-person movie with our two leads. There are a lot of other people, but the focus is on them most of the time. They're really good. Over-the-top performance from the guy. A more reserved performance from the girl, but she's also really fun to watch and makes like a really good foil for the guy. I especially like it when they get into like mundane relationship arguments, because it's like, are we going to kill together? Or are we not going to kill together? She gets jealous because he beheads a girl and puts the head on a platter in the middle of the table. He thinks it's a nice centerpiece, but it makes her jealous. So like these little bickering fights that would be almost tedious in a normal movie are actually really funny here because they're so absurd. And that's a good word to use to describe this movie. It's very absurd, but it's also super funny. And unlike a lot of horror comedies, it's not just a comedy that happens to have a little bit of horror in it. This is definitely a horror movie and a comedy. It's definitely not just, a little bit of blood here and a little bit of horror there with the focus on the comedy. This is definitely feels like a horror movie. Even if it's not scary, it still has a lot of the horror vibe to it. It does have quite a bit of blood, but it's not a lot of like graphic violence. It's like rubber body parts and stuff like that. It's not super gory, but it does have a good amount of blood. It has a lot of killing. It's got a pretty high body count in it. And even the killings are like humorous in style. I think it's a really cool movie. I could not believe, it's a lot of times you'll watch a movie and you'll be like, oh, this transfer looks like so much better than it did on DVD. This looks like a whole new movie. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It looks like almost a completely different movie. And I have like the Shriek Show DVD, which was like a huge improvement over any other existing one at the time. So like this was not just an improvement over the DVD. It's almost like a revelation. I can't, the transfer on it is absolutely amazing. The Blu-ray is from Vinegar Syndrome. As I said, it's got a new 2K scan from the original 16mm camera negatives. It's got commentary tracks, interviews, featurettes, Q&As, trailers, behind the scenes, alternate ending, set of short films. It's a whole bunch of shit, man. This is like a packed disc. And best of all, like I said, this transfer is amazing. Fans are just going to shit their pants when they see this. It is a fantastic looking transfer. I cannot praise it enough. I really like the movie. It may not be the best horror comedy out there, but it's such an interesting and just fun to watch movie that I think it deserves a pretty high recommendation. If you like this video, please do check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got tons of Vinegar Syndrome reviews there. I typically review everything they put out on Blu-ray. I do cover some of their DVD stuff, but not as much as I'd like to. I can't keep up with it quite as well. Anyway, I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram at markfusion. If you're a fan of these videos, please do drop a sub on this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help me grow my channel and my site. That's pretty much it. I really appreciate you watching these videos. Check it out, man. Psycho's in Love. And remember, look for that bloody mouth and a sticker. I don't like that artwork, but I do like that artwork. Thanks for watching these videos. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon, guys.